Hey, it's E. Christopher Clark. I'm back in the car again. Monday was what they call here in New England a scorcher. It was a scorcher. It was wicked fucking hot, dude. That's another way they might put it. I was recording a podcast with my pal Steve towards the end of the day on Monday, and I was sweating my balls off. They're still there, but it felt like they were gone, because I had so much sweat pouring down, coming out my pores. If you take my meaning, that's for the Marky Mark fans out there. And who isn't a Marky Mark fan, if we're being honest, right? Right? Yeah, so I was recording a podcast and I was sweating. And this was after or during the lull between huge ass thunderstorms. Now, I don't know if you've ever experienced an ass thunderstorm, but a huge ass thunderstorm is an ass thunderstorm of an entirely different color and shape and size. No, it was a huge hyphen ass thunderstorm on either side of the podcast. So it went from being about 96 degrees with probably like 300% humidity. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's what it felt like, to being like 75 degrees and 300% humidity. And of course, Steve's place doesn't have air conditioning. It has a great big fan, which cools the place off nicely, but the fan interferes with the podcast recording. So we had to ditch that. We had to kick that shit out of bed. And then on the ride home, it was thundering and lightninging and raining again. The old man was snoring. Ashes to ashes, we all fall down. God's bowling, whatever. How many cliches can I fit into this one video? So it was raining again, and apparently it rained so bad that they had to close off the road that I take to get home. The road that I'm on right now, which is a major back road between my place and Steve's place, a major back road between me and work. And they just closed it right at the town line for my town. And so I had to turn around and find another way home. That was fun. So by the time I got home, I had to get the podcast up, and I had to get to bed, and I didn't have time to make a video. So I'm making a video now in the car. Still got a little bit of phlegm there, kid. I'm sure you can hear that. I never grew up with the Boston accent, the one that you hear in all the movies. Who does that sketch? Somebody from Boston who was on one of the late night shows did a trailer or a comedy thing called Boston Movie or whatever it was, and he did all the accents. I never grew up with that. My pal John was studying linguistics sometime in the late 90s, early aughts, and actually did a study and found that our little town has its own sort of sub-accent that doesn't exactly sound like the Boston accent, the Boston accent, parking your car in Harvard Yard, and that shit. It's very easy, if you're not from here or if you don't know how to do impressions like me, to slip from Boston into Brooklyn, I think. There's a lot of these New England, New York's not part of New England, part of these Northeast accents that just sort of blend together there. Kid. We say kid, we say dunks, we say wicked. That's one way to get into it. If you can't get the accent, just say wicked. That's a thing. That's a thing here in New England. I got to stop and get gas, so I think this video is over. Yeah, pretty sure it's over. I gotta pump gas. You're not supposed to be using your cell phone while doing that.